Egal, what are you here to say, bro?
You know what? I don't even have to banter anybody. I could just read off all the stats from the game and just say hi to Tom. But let's keep it
Hello
real.
again, mate.
Let's keep it real though. You guys seen Arsenal
Only
slip up,
Tom.
and you thought it was going to be an opportunity for yourselves to catch up and get back into the title race. Man City were the only team that looked like they were trying to win that game. Liverpool were playing catch up the whole game. And yes, there's small margins in these games. You could have maybe Salah could have scored a goal. Your goal shouldn't have been disallowed. But at the end of the day, you conceded 3 goals, and the biggest issue you've had for this poor run you've had is your defense. Your defense is not reliable. Your manager has still not been able to figure out what your best lineup is shape wise, in my opinion. And I thought you guys kind of fixed it the last couple games, but they exposed you today with Doku's dribbling ability. Doku literally broke open that game multiple times. City's players all stepped up. Erling Haaland didn't even have a great game. To be fair, he missed a penalty. He scored a deflected goal. I look at this other players in City's team, and I say to myself, it was a team win, a great performance from the whole City team, and I underestimated City this season. I'm not coming here to banter Liverpool. I'm just telling you guys the truth. I think a lot of people underestimated City, including myself. Your defense, you started off the season poor. You conceded goals left, right, and center. You changed the goalkeeper, and it's revolutionized your defense. And not only has it revolutionized your defense, it's increased the confidence you have in pushing forward in these games against teams like Liverpool. When you came to our ground earlier in the season, we literally had you pinned back with 1 goal. I think if we faced you now, it'd be a whole different story. You'd be chasing the game, trying to get that second a lot more. So fair play to City and Liverpool. Yeah, I think your Premier League season is done. I think it's safe to say you guys are not coming back from this. 17 goals conceded, 18 goals scored. You have a goal difference of 1. You're currently behind Manchester United, and I just don't see any idea on how you guys are going to turn this around. I look at you guys every single time you guys play. You look void of any ideas when it comes to creativity, and when it comes to defensively, your best players are making mistakes left, right, and center. I'm looking at Kanate. If he goes to Real Madrid looking like that, grass might not be greener on the other side. He might get run out of Real Madrid if he puts in those kind of performances. If he leaves Liverpool, Van Dijk's doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and himself. He can't hold it all together by himself forever. All your new signings have been poor. Every single one of them have been poor. I don't know one player.
Ekitike's not being poor.
I don't know. Okay,
yeah. He was today.
Ekitike
horrible today.
Overall,
Ekitike's been okay. But when it comes down to it, I'm looking at your manager and I'm saying, how long does this continue? And I'm not going to. I know Liverpool historically is a team and an institution that stays pat and confident and holds confidence in their managers. But 6 losses out of your last 10 in the Premier League since the last international break, you've just continuously dropped points. And I'm looking at the situation. I'm saying, how long will this continue before there's uproar and within the fan base and the board actually has to make an action? Because I don't think you've.
The next two games in the Premier League, we could lose both. Straight up.
You could. I just want to back Egal a little bit here, and this is just food for thought. Like, Ekitike started life at Liverpool brilliantly. Goal in the Community Shield, goal and assist against Bournemouth, and a goal against Newcastle first 3 games. Since then, he has played for you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times he's played since then. He got goals in back-to-back games against Everton and Southampton. Since then, though, it's been about 8 games and it's 1 goal. So what I will say, even with Ekitike, I'm not taking any of his goals away. He has got 6 goals. But 5 of them came in the first sort of 4 or 5 weeks of being a player for you. You go over the last 2.5 months, and it's slowing down dramatically as well. So, and he won't get the same criticism that Benjamin Šeško's getting because he got those early goals. But even he isn't delivering in the same way that he was when he first came in. To be fair, it's a fact.
I mean, a lot. So after that run of games where he started pretty much every game at the start of the season.
He's a confidence player, and he's not really been backed by the manager since then.
I don't even think it's actually started the last however many games.
He started the last 5 and got 1 goal in 5 games.
When we were a little bit better at the start of the season and we were getting the results, he was playing well. And then he got took out the team at the start of this bad run. So he missed the Crystal Palace game with suspension because of the stupid red card he got. Then he was on the bench for Chelsea and he was on the bench for Man United. And the first start he has afterwards, I think he starts Galatasaray and he was actually all right in that game. And then the first start he has after being on the bench for a couple of games is Frankfurt, where he's the best forward on the days. We win 5-1. And then since then, we've altered the setup and pushed everything through Salah again, which I don't think is an inherent bad thing, but it means that he's getting less of the opportunities that we're getting presented to him at the start of the season. I agree that most of our signings haven't hit the standards that we expected. I think that there needs to be an element of time afforded to them, which they're not going to get because some of them costed a lot of money, which is fair enough. Rather than sit there and say what they want, and that's fine.
Is that Tom Ram K-Mac? Is that the most painful bit? Champions, 420 million spent, and now you're behind Man United. I don't mean the Man United bit's the bad bit, but we know we're not great. Is that what hurts? That it's best in England? You invest that much, the expectation's massive, because I have to hold my hands up. I thought you were going to be so much better than this. Even after the last 2 wins, I looked at you and went, okay, confidence is growing. There's a bit of swagger. I can't wait for the City game. And then I watched you today and it was like, fucking hell.
I think the thing that's got me is that we're caught between ideals. I think ultimately that this manager would much rather have done a full reset this summer rather than the middle ground that we're in at the minute, where he's got to... I feel like he's almost accommodating Mohamed Salah into his setup when he doesn't want to. I think he wants to play how he done against Frankfurt, where he can play 2 strikers up top. I think at the minute, as a football club, we're caught between errors. And right now, we're trying to acclimatise both of them, which is leading to... Sometimes he's putting too many new signings in, but wanting them to emulate old players, which isn't the case. And then when the old guard aren't there, the new ones can come in, and then you start sitting there going, oh, wow, they're doing all right. And then you're going, but the next game, we're going to have to take them out. And the old guard, for the most part, even Mohamed Salah in the last how many games, he's played well for the most part. He was
Tom, are you actually being paid?
I'm saying it's not. I'm not saying it's an excuse.
What's stopping him?
It's not a cop out. A cop out would be saying it's fine.
I think ass football for 2025.
We haven't played arse football for 2025, though. That's another bollocks thing.
All over the place. For once, I actually agree with Egal. Like, we have no identity anymore. We're all over the shop. Like, are you really holding your hat with Frankfurt, who are possibly one of the worst teams in conceding goals right now?
At no point are the same holding my hat on Frankfurt.
60 goals this season? Like,
at no point are the same holding my hat
on that one. Look,
at no point are the same holding my hat on that.
Slot has lost more games than Amarin in 2025 in all competitions.
Okay,
like
we have been
Amarin,
and
you bring the
look,
glory there.
Spin it how you want, whether we spend 450 million or not. But Roy Hodgson and Brendan Rodgers got sacked for losing less games. This guy needs to go.
Okay, and now we are going to the ultra extreme without any fucking context, though, aren't we? We're going to the ultra extreme without any context.
Can we not do the sweeping statements, please? Because I thought we're better than doing all these sweeping statements.
K-Mac, you're going to the fucking ultra extreme with no context.
We got 2 weeks to get some money.
You're a wall, K-Mac. You're a wall.
Garbage.
Bro, you have more loyalty to...
I'm trying to lighten the mood.
Sorry. Tom, you have more loyalty.
I hate the fucking blanket statements of how many losses we had in 2025 because when we were losing them games last year, no one gave a shit.
You have more loyalty to Arne Slot than Salah, who won you everything. It's kind of weird.
Nowhere have I said that.
Where did you
get that though, Egal?
Egal, where did you get that from?
You just said you feel like...
I said what I think the manager wants, not what I want.
Okay, so what do you want?
I think the manager wants to move away from Salah.
No.
I don't want to.
This is like the Notebook. It's not about what he wants, what your mother wants, what your brother wants. What do you want? What do you want, Ali?
Number one, I want to know what you want. No, I want to know what you want. Yeah, and number 2, before you say
what I want, what he wants,
what's stopping him from playing the way that he played against Frankfurt?
Big up Noah.
Again, since
because no, he has done because he done the exact same thing against Brentford. He played this. He played the same 11 that he could afford to, bar Isak for Salah because of an injury against Brentford, but he set up the same way. So again, these sweeping statements, which aren't true, have covered our whole season. If you want to know what I want us to do, I want us to start Isak and Salah, when possible, with Vert in behind in the 10. I want us to play Szoboszlai, Jones, and if you want one more on top of that, one more on top of that. And I want us to start playing Joe Gomez at centre-back more often, because too many times we are getting exploited by teams identifying Ibrahim Konaté's lack of ability on the ball as a weakness. Too many times this season.
You're playing a 3-4-3.
You could set it up in a 4-2-3-1. You could set it up in a 4-3-3. I'll be honest again. I don't give a shit what fucking arbitrary formation we play. I really don't. I just want to get the best players on the pitch in the positions they can impact the game most. And I feel that too many times this season.
But this is the question I've got for you though, because I know your thoughts on the manager. I know what your thoughts on everyone else who thinks of the manager as well. Do you think the manager can get the best out of the players that we've got at the moment?
100%. Because he got the best. He got the best out of worst players last season.
No,
did he?
Yes, because we won the fucking league.
Or did he get the best out of your best players?
Oh,
we won the fucking league.
Here's the word again. He won the league.
Yes, K-Mac, he won the league.
That's the only argument anybody's got.
It's a strong argument. It's a strong argument. I'll back this manager to win me a league.
Oh, yeah, but he won the league.
One second.
He did win the league.
But he won the league in 2024.
No, but this is. We did not win the league in just 2024 because
Arsenal won the league because
we were still 4 points behind Arsenal by the time it hit 2025. We are not doing this. We are not. I am not rewriting.
We are.
No, Terry, we're not rewriting history. I get it. We are not rewriting. How many times have we given? No, Egal, stop. How many times have we given Arne Slot so much credit? The way that Gravenberch was playing, the way that we're playing a more measured style of football. How many times have we been reaping the praise of Arne Slot for the last season?
He got the best out of Salah and Van Dijk and Gravenberch and your key players, but not every single player. Let's not act like every single player was chipping in and making a big difference. It wasn't that. There was. I would say
what? What are you talking about? Are you just here? Are you just here to troll? Are you just here to troll?
I'm dead serious.
I'm here to troll.
I'm dead serious. No. I'm not here to troll. I'm dead serious.
Because you were too busy crying about referees last season for Arsenal, and that's why you.
Hold on, Ram.
You're sitting here crying about yourselves.
Which positions, Egal? Which positions for Liverpool last year got carried by us? Which positions got away with being shit last year? Which players got away? Which players and which positions? Because you're saying that certain players carried us through.
I felt like you guys got carried by your core players, and it wasn't the collective of all the little players chipping in here and there. It was
who's the little players?
No, you don't need. No, stop. I hate this stupid GA stuff. No, I know what you're talking about. It's not all about GA because the amount of times that we cussed Dominic Szoboszlai last season, but then when the manager came out, when Salah came out, actually Dominic Szoboszlai did a lot of the defensive work. I did, and then the narrative switched with that. That is one reason why we were able to get as much goals as we did. Because of people like Szoboszlai contributing without the GNA, McAllister contributing without the GNA. Those are the reasons why we won the league last season. It's not all, because we have such a narrow-minded footballing sphere that they always just think about GNA is the reason why you.
I'm not talking about GNA.
Ram as a Liverpool supporter.
Wijnaldum and Henderson didn't get GNA, but
happy with mid-table this season because it won the league last season.
You guys won the league
last season.
What do you want about mid-table this season?
Because you really think we're going to beat Sunderland playing the way we play? Because he's not going to suddenly go, you know what? I've suddenly worked out an amazing way how to play Liverpool football.
That's also not football, though, is it? We just beat fucking Aston Villa last week. We were on a fucking tear.
Play against teams. He hasn't. We got no identity.
This is a manager last year who done the fucking double over Pep Guardiola. Who this season beat Mikel Arteta, who stopped the league by how many fucking points? He's sitting there going, he can't adapt.
Hang on a minute, Tom. Tom, how many games did we win in the last minute with an individual goal?
By the way,
last 5 games.
Last season,
so last minute wins last year counted, but they don't this year.
I have no qualms with any
individuals, mate. Individuals
that we can do better with this.
That's the real quiz.
Literally, I have no qualms with anyone saying that they would rather have somebody else as manager. But what we're not going to do, what we're not going to do is rewrite history and make sweeping statements that saying that he wasn't a massive contribution to why we didn't win. Why we won the league?
Impact on winning the league. Mo Salah, Van Dijk, and all these main key players, or would you say Arne Slot?
Arne Slot.
Arne Slot, because he had to get everyone together.
Because Egal, hold on a fucking minute, Egal. Hold on a minute. What you do is
a lot of your key players.
We're just going to run with the fucking blanket statement.
The year before, Egal said everything will fall away because of your club leaving.
Applies to this season. Relax. You still have.
He said that, but apparently because the players aren't good enough, that's why.
You still have McAllister.
So there must be a reason.
Why are they not performing? Why are they not performing?
Egal, hold on.
Let me just jump.
We had all them players in Jurgen Klopp's last season. We had all them players. We had all them players in Jurgen Klopp's last season, and we finised third. So why didn't we win the league that year?
You still have Salah, you still have Van Dijk, you still have McAllister, you still have Gravenberch, you still have Konate. Why are you not winning? It's down to Arne Slot.
No, it isn't.
It's not down to Arne Slot.
It's down to Arne Slot.
It's not.
No, it isn't.
Guys, can I jump to Ash for a minute? I've got to go on for a bathroom break. But Ash, have a little chat. Go on, Ash, have a little talk for a second. Let the boys cool down.
One, the reason why it's not just down to that, you're taking something massively out of context of what happened in summer. Someone, a massive player for Sunderland and at Liverpool and in their dressing room, passed away. That has had a massive effect on everyone in that team, and you can tell from how Salah has been. He will be affected by this, and that can't just be overwritten. And the thing is, you've got to think about the players that Arne Slot has brought in. He's not had a settled squad. He's brought in the likes of Isak, who's not been able to settle in because obviously he didn't have any preseason, so we had to sit out. And then he's had a groin injury since then. There's no point in bringing him on 20 minutes left because he's not really going to do a lot, to be honest. There are circumstances in this. Salah is not at the position or place clearly in his head of where he was at last season. That's regardless of the manager.
Address that.
But what I'm saying is how Salah's performance is nothing to do with the manager.
I just want to say, I'm not going to address that. I feel like that's an unfortunate situation. I want to stay on the football side.
No, it is, but you can't just pretend that has not got an effect on the rest of the team.
Galvanize the team.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
Galvanize the team.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't always happen. It doesn't always happen like that.
Personally, RIP to the guy, but I don't want to bring it up in every conversation. I just feel like it's distasteful if you bring it up.
No, but I'm saying is you can't just say that. He's the there's no reason why.
By the way, all the big channels are using that as the excuse, and I think it's disgraceful if I'm completely honest.
I don't want to bring that up.
An explanation is not an excuse.
Yeah, it's not. Listen, right?
I'm not saying an excuse. I don't want to get myself involved in that conversation. Respect the guy who unfortunate passing. Nobody's criticizing the players for that. Simply just wanted to state that. I'm gonna head out. I was strictly speaking about this season and your performances. You brought that up. Have a good day, guys.